What's up, everybody? Chewy Internet coming at you today, and we got another One Piece chapter review, and that is One Piece chapter 1045. If you guys could do me a favor, like, dislike the video, comment down below, give me your thoughts, subscribe to the channel, help this channel grow out some more, and we'll produce some more One Piece content. Yeah. Anyways, guys, let's get into this chapter. This chapter was just like full of action between between Luffy and Kaido, and let me tell you something. Luffy's gear fit is gonna take some time to take some adjustments to get adjusted to. It is so wacky. It is so cartoony. It is just so fun to deal with. It feels like I'm watching an episode of Looney Tunes when I was a kid. You know, you're just seeing like Bugs Bunny or like Wile E. Coyote or Daffy Duck do some wild or crazy shit. But it's fun to watch because it's Luffy's imagination running wild, and I love every minute of it. There's basically a point in this chapter where, like, um, you know, like Kaido just hits him with the side of with his mallet or whatever, and then like half his face is like bent, but it like got bigger. You know what I mean? It's like this indent on his face, and he's just running around or whatnot. Like, there's a point in the chapter where Luffy goes inside, like Kaido eats Luffy, and then like he turns basically Kaido into rubber, I guess, or something like that. He turns to a balloon and fucking like just makes Kaido's stomach really big, like he looks like a stuffed snake or whatever. Like this ability is amazing. It's just his imagination run wild, and like there's a part in the chapter where he turned himself into a giant. He went into the sky, and all of a sudden it was like giant. He would just turn into a giant. I feel like this is Luffy, like not fully understanding the full, like he's not. This is him not understanding the full length of this ability. I think it's just him just doing whatever he wants, and just like trying to figure out what's most effective, right? And there's a part where he's like doing jump ropes and like on Kaido. It's just such goofy shit, and like Kaido's hitting him. And like there was a scene where Kaido hit Luffy's head and went right through the building. Like his face went down and like his eyes popped out. But since he's affecting the entire room, the other people's eyes came out, like Law, Luffy, Kid, and their eyes like popped out of their fucking head. And like he comes back and they go back to normal, and he's still messing with the surroundings, turning him into rubber, you know. And I'm hoping this leads into Kaido's awakening. We have not seen Kaido's awakening yet this arc. I know Kaido made a mention that this doesn't feel like a Paramecia Devil Fruit's awakening. He does mention that this is Luffy's Devil Fruit awakening, and obviously he recognizes it because he has an awakening as well that we have not seen yet, which we probably will. But he does also mention that this is very similar to a Zoan, and again, this just leads into this fruit has not been used in God knows how long. Nobody knows what this does, at least to its fullest extent. But he does mention that Zoans have a similar awakening to this. So that's like the first hint dropping, to Luffy that maybe he's not a Paramecia, maybe he's a Zoan. He's not going to pick up on that right now. But I think later on in the story, once we figure out, I think once Luffy gets the real answer to his Devil Fruit, he'll have an understanding. I think once he has a flashback to this battle of Kaido mentioning that is a Zoan ability. But yeah, that's all this chapter was basically Luffy showing his ability and just running wild with the devil fruit. And man, it was fun to read, man. It was fun to watch. And the other thing is too, like I felt like I was being pranked. You know what I mean? When I was watching this chapter, I thought I was being pranked. Today's April Fool's Day, and I'm like, oh my god, this ability is just wacky. Is this Oda just fucking toying with us? Is this actually the chapter? And it actually is. I thought I was being pulled. I like the chapter a lot. It doesn't compare to the past two chapters. You're gonna have one. This wasn't a down chapter, right? It was just like a chapter, like, huh? Like this is wacky. Like this is fun, and this is like, whoa. Like this is kind of weird. You know what I mean? Like, but again, this is Luffy just trying to understand his abilities and trying to get better with them. And there is a heavy tax on them that does not. What I love about Oda's writing, he doesn't like. For example, he gave Luffy this power up with the awakening, right? But he still remembers what the drawbacks are. And what the drawbacks are is it takes up a lot of stamina, it takes up a lot of energy. We saw that with Law and Kid. Every time they use it, it put a heavy, heavy tax on them. And we see it in this chapter that Luffy, he took a heavy, heavy tax. You saw how worn out his body was. He had to wait a little bit. And what's interesting is that Kaido this time around, as that's happening, because I think Kaido understands what happens when you use your awakening to the extent of, like, especially something that's new, right? I think it's something you have to get used to. I think so far the most effective awakening that we've seen anyone use was Doflamingo, because he used it for an extended period of time. And again, I think that just comes with age. I think it comes with time, battles and all that kind of stuff. We see the tax that it takes on Luffy, and Kaido's just sitting there waiting, and he got his energy back immediately, and then he did the heartbeat thing again, and his heartbeat's beating differently, and then now it turns into Gear 5th. So now I think the key to this awakening is something to do with Luffy's heart or something, like, and that's how he activates. I think that's how Luffy's understanding it. So, and then that happens, and then he wakes up again, and then he turns like a white thing or whatever, and then Kaido's making a mention of that he's using Conqueror's Haki along with Armin Haki with the abilities, basically swinging his hand around like a tornado, like a spinning top, and like basically just goes in and like punches Kaido, but like punches Kaido through his face. Like he turns Kaido into rubber and like puts his hand through his face, and like his hand is behind his head. This shit is so wacky, dude. But I love every minute of it. Like, I don't hate it at all. Like, usually goofy things like this I can't stand. But with Luffy, it's like, oh my God, this is so good. So not only can he turn, and here's the other thing too. Not only can he turn the environment around him to rubber, he looks like he can turn people as well. He can affect them and turn them into rubber. Like this ability, I mean, Luffy's gonna go wild. Like Oda is gonna go wild with this ability. And I can't wait to see it. I mean, this is the first chapter of it, right? I'm so used to... now, here's the other thing, too. If I... just watching this, I prefer Luffy's battles to be in Gear 4th. Just my opinion. Versus Gear 5th. Because Gear 5th has to grow on me. It's cartoony and it's wacky. And it has to grow on me over time. Like, Gear 4th... I love watching the battles in Gear 4th because they look better to me. This just, looks goofy. And it's like, God damn it. It's like, I'm trying to take this battle seriously, and I can't, but I am, but I can't. But yeah, no, this is still a really good chapter. I mean, it was all battle, straight battle, just showcasing what Luffy can do with the Gear 5th Gum Gum to Me with the Devil Fruit Awakening. We still get to see that there's a tax that there is to be paid. It's wearing him out. He went right back into it. But the other thing that got mentioned too was that Momo did mention that his voice is fading. So I'm wondering if Luffy is dying, right? Not that he's basically, his will's keeping him alive, basically, is what I'm trying to get to. Like, and that's what's keeping him alive. That shot to Luffy was very crucial and was brutal. So it looks like, I mean, he's basically fighting on death's door right now. He's like at the end of his rope, basically, and he's still going at it, and of course at the end of the chapter, Luffy's mentioning that he's having fun, and yeah, I mean, this battle is just it's getting wackier by the minute. I'm hoping for a climactic, really nice finish, hopefully in the next 2 chapters or so, but we still haven't gotten Kaido's flashback, so maybe it's a little bit longer than that. Who knows how long Kaido's flashback will be? Maybe Kaido's flashback will be after the battle. I think that'll be better. I think what I would like to see is if they ever do Kaido's flashback, let this battle finish, let Wano finish, and then like at the wrap up, then just to give us a break to going to the next island, give us maybe 5 chapters or 3 chapters of Kaido's flashback with him and Rocks, and then from there move forward with the story. That's what I would like to see. But we'll see. We don't know. We don't know how much more left we have of this, but I'm having fun. I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm having fun. It's wacky, something I gotta get used to, and this is gonna be Oda going wild. Oda's gonna be going wild with this ability, guys. He's waited 20 years to use this. Let's see what he has up his sleeve. Anyways, that's it for me, guys. Let me know what you guys' thoughts are down below. Comment, like, dislike the video, subscribe to the channel. Just give me your thoughts on this chapter, man. I would love to talk to the community out there and get your thoughts and give ideas and what your guys' thoughts are on this whole thing and just how wacky it is and how are you having fun with it, right? Or do you hate it? Do you hate it? Do you love it? Like, tell me. Like, talk to me down below, guys. I really, really appreciate it. And that's it for me, guys. Not much left to talk about this chapter, to be honest with you. Have a wonderful, blessed day, guys. Take care. Keep reading One Piece, and I'll see you next week.